Hi, everyone. Welcome to Babies with Knives. Today, we're going to be playing Black Void with Mitch Wallace above me as our GM. Hey, Mitch.
Hello. Hey, guys. So excited to be over here representing Black Void Games for this amazing opportunity. Really excited to play with you. I guess like babies or are you guys knives?
We're babies with knives, so I guess we're the babies.
That's awesome. Yeah, super excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, we always love having you come around. So, as usual, I'm Alice Peng, aka Lala Twiddle, and today I will be playing a Siri. A Siri is a male, about 17 years old. I am, pretty moderate build, not too skinny, but not exactly muscular. I tend to be a bit of a loner. I don't ever talk about myself, but I seem to be very good at getting information out of other people. My occupation in this game is literally called the chatter broker. I deal in information because information is valuable. So over to the other column on the top, we have Brandon Powers, my co-host.
Howdy, everybody. Today I'm going to be playing Amara. She is a young woman who is ordinary build but short, dyed blue hair, green eyes, and she wants to get something done. What it is, not necessarily so important, but if things start grinding to a halt, let's get something done at least, because that's going to be better than nothing.
That's perfect for you, Brandon. And below Brandon, we have Caleb Goodson.
Hello, everyone. Tonight I'm playing a Sarvar. He is muscular of average height. He's a former caravan guard, so an old veteran. Brown skin, brown eyes, thick black hair, but graying. And he's also a drug addict. He's addicted to herbs.
And as I understand, you go incohesive when you sniff it.
That's my usual.
I don't know how I'm going to portray that.
I know. That's going to be interesting. Really I think it meant incoherent, but yes, that was just Google-worthy. And below Caleb, we have James. He also is the channel lead and host of James Corp on Twitch. Hey, James.
I am. And hi. I'm playing Tamura, I think is the name. Oh, I don't know. I think that's how I pronounce it. He's a former gang member that was basically exploited by his previous gang he was in. He's trying to get away from it and lead a new life. He's a big fella and he's quite intimidating because of how big he is. And his motivation is he wants retribution and to begin a new life.
Awesome. So, Mitch, why don't you take us away? Would you mind giving us an elevator pitch to start with? We understand this is dark fantasy, but give us a little more understanding, please.
Yeah, definitely. Black Void starts off on a journey during ancient civilization of humanity, where we were not allowed to progress as we all know humanity to have, but instead are flung throughout the stars in an almost Cthulhu-esque manner as we are spread throughout, and we have to survive and live in these foreign planets with these creatures that are just totally different from what we're used to seeing. We're talking about these horrific creatures of great stature and size and the amount of eyes and tentacles. And humanity's on the bottom of the pecking order. And so it's just about these people trying to survive. And you can play different types of characters. You guys are all from a human enclave, which is just about humanity trying to stay together and survive. But there are kind of the pure bloods, which are just a pure humanity line, the void walkers who have spent enough time on these drastically different planets that they start looking less than human, and then everything in between. So that's kind of the setting of Black Void. You're always outmatched because you're human and everyone else isn't. You're always outgunned because you're poor, and these creatures have been around for a millennia.
So this is D&D meets Cthulhu meets Starfinder.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And today we got a really cool scenario. It's actually one that hasn't been released yet, but will be released in the future. It's actually the prequel to the Quick Start flight that you can get on Drive Through RPG right now. And this is called Retrieving the Idols. This is the steps that occur right before that scenario, which is really cool. But yeah, so kind of the basis of the scenario, just a little teaser. So a consecrated idol has been stolen by the Hlakam gang from the Tiamat Shrine in Faradad's enclave. A disgruntled ranking gang member named Taumal revealed the culprits to the priestess in the hopes of gaining favor. Albeit Taumal is a street goon without access to the gang lair, he has some knowledge of the inner workings of the gang. Taumal, raise your hand. There you go, Taumal. Good job, guy. The idol is believed to be a relic from Earth and remains a symbol of importance and authority, not only for the cult, but for the remnants of mankind, regardless of creed or allegiance. The gang lair is only accessible through an obscure temple deep in the slum district, but the high priestess has found a young girl who knows of a secret way to take you four in. Tao Mao wants to gain further favor with the priestess by helping in this retrieval and believing that recovering and returning the idol to the priestesses of Tiamat will ingratiate you with the cult. The rest of you also seek out the priestesses to offer your aid. Amara plans the theft. Raise your hand, Amara.
Yo.
Very Amara-like. Asiri arranges the getaway transport. Raise your hand, Asiri.
Here.
And Savar provides protection. Raise your hand. There you go. As the swirling nighttime nebulas dance upon Len and the Eternal, you and your guide set out to enter the temple and retrieve the idol. So first thing I like to do is figure out what idol this is. This is ancient Babylonian times, at least in terms of humanity. But this should be something important to you guys. So what do you guys think the idol is or looks like?
I think that it would be a bronze or metallic statuette, a little bronze or metallic statue that would, since you were saying Temple of Tiamat, probably be something akin to
Marduk.
Huh?
Marduk. Statue of Marduk.
Sure. Okay, statue of Marduk. I was thinking, a statue of a dragon that has a bit of a, the style of Rodin.
I was more thinking of a statue of Marmaduke.
The Marmaduke.
Marduk is Tiamat's enemy. So
if it was modern day, I would have suggested a Happy Meal toy.
McDonald's or Burger King?
But isn't it only McDonald's? I don't know.
I don't know.
Happy Meals and McDonald's only, surely.
So do we want to go with Marduk?
Yeah, I like that. Let's kind of move them together. So like this bronze picturesque idol statue. We'll say it's kind of about this big. So you'll definitely need like two hands to pick it and grab it. But this is kind of all that is left of your people as you guys are in this foreign land and without friends and allies. This young girl leads you through the alleyways of these kind of dirt, mud-covered hovels, almost like domes, and you can see the stars above you sparkling in the sky, and these swirls of different colors of purple and violet, indigo, blue, as you kind of just move throughout the galaxy above you. If would be pretty or beautiful, depending on the type of person you are, if not for the mounting dread as you move forward and you know that what you have to do. So as you guys are going through these slums and such like that, what's in everyone's mind and what do you guys look like?
So before that, I do have a question. Since you said that this is kind of Babylonian and all, and we decided to go with Marduk, do we know anything about the temple? Because as far as I understand, my memory of Marduk might be a little off. But it wasn't his original temple the temple that the Tower of Babel was based off of?
Ooh, let's say yes.
I'm pretty, that's my memory. If it's the same Marduk that I'm thinking of, the patron god of Babylon, right? Okay, so yes, then his temple was the temple. His temple is what the Tower of Babel was based off of. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Who wants to introduce himself? Yeah.
Okay. So as for what we appear to be, our appearance, I'm dressed in pretty simple clothes. I don't actually know what my weapons are at the moment, so yeah, I'm not sure what my weapons are based on the character sheet I have. Oh, there it is. I guess I found it. So yeah, I wear, like I said, I'm going to be wearing pretty plain, simple clothes. Big note of me is that in general, I have this cloak that's in grays and kind of browns in the different designs. And I almost always have the hood pulled over, whether we're outside or we're inside. I carry some pretty light weapons that you can see, a couple daggers, and my pouches are on my belt as well as my water skin. I travel relatively light. As for my hair, it's very dark black, pitch black hair. I generally have it pushed inside the cloak, but every so often as we move, it comes out, and there's these curls and such of what look to be black hair. Mm-hmm. Every so often when the cloak pulls back, though, you see that it's actually relatively coppery. So the ends down here have just been dyed black for when they actually pop out.
Excellent. All right, who's next?
As for Amara, like I said, a short, ordinary build with dyed blue hair. She's moving around with light cloth armor and ragged clothes on. Everything that she's got is in a basically bag underneath her cloak, so it's hard to see what is there. And she looks at the world with keen and interested eyes as we are going.
Excellent. All right, who's next?
What about you, Caleb?
All right, so Sarvar, of course, looks worn and haggard. His eyes are strangely bloodshot. You're not sure why. And he's wearing stained and dirty traveler's clothes with high boots, as would befit a caravan guard. His padded leather armor, creaky and worn, with some boots that have seen some better days. At his side is a satchel. Not sure what's in it. Might see a needle and thread sticking out. Strange herb sometimes. On his other hip, you see a wineskin. And he looks like just an old veteran warrior.
Nice.
James?
Tamor, he's relatively tall, so he's probably about 6'4", maybe. He is very lean. He's the exact opposite of me. In fact, he hasn't probably got an ounce of fat on him. However, he is bald. Whether he just shaves his head or keeps it, or it's just naturally bald, no one's entirely sure. And people probably won't ask him because he does hold himself quite well, and people were kind of intimidated by just how big he is, because he's kind of brawn as well, like he's like quite a big bloke. And yes, that's really about it. He wears some clothes. I don't really know what sort of clothes they would wear, but you know, he doesn't stand out in the crowd except for his height.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys are moving through the slums of these hovels, circular in kind of appearance. you eventually can kind of come to this this place, and it's kind of like these bubbles on top of bubbles of these mud covered hovels that just extends up into the sky. Who knows how far exactly, but it just kind of goes beyond what you perceive. The little girl, Aju, who is about half the height of your shortest person, brown hair, brown eyes, kind of a dark-skinned appearance, a sweet little smile, and she just wears this cloth over her, which doesn't really look like clothes, but more so a bag of sorts with 3 holes or 4 holes popped into it to allow her
2.5
movement.
foot tall guide.
Yeah. It's like
My character thinks there must be something wrong with her. No one smiles like that anymore.
Perhaps she found some good herbs.
I was thinking that. But if you want to say it out loud, it's like, oh,
and you're thinking good herbs. Yeah. So Aju brings you over to the poorest area of this eternal city. This building obviously kind of stretches out, and it's within several different districts. And next to one of these little domes of mud, she starts kind of touching the walls for a while, looking, at least to your perception, to be trying to find a secret passageway of some sorts.
Would I be able to assist in that? I am someone who comes about information from the most unknown of places, so I'm wondering if there's anything I can do to see about finding that for.
Yeah, definitely. What are you thinking about rolling?
I don't even understand how to roll.
I'm not
It
sure
is
what the
1d12.
sphere of mind, Gnostic, and known phenomenon are exactly. So,
Oh yeah, because you chose which character again?
I chose the information broker. I chose a Siri. So this
Siri,
seems like
excellent.
information, and therefore I might know something about where the hidden door is.
Yeah, Siri and your known powers, because there's definitely kind of this mystical perceptions of reality that you have learned despite your humanity. So there's lots of cool things you can do in terms of what your body can kind of bring out with mysticism and the void and such like that.
Yeah, from my gathering on my character sheet, I don't gather information by being sociable. I gather information by probing your mind. And by the way, you guys don't really, I have like glasses or goggles or something on basically. The few times, if we've traveled a lot together, the few times that you see me without my goggles, you guys would notice that I have no whites of my eyes. My entire eyes are black.
It's just all pupil.
Mm-hmm.
So as to me, I'm planning on moving up to the wall and using awareness, observation to try and find what this person is searching for, and hopefully sooner than they do.
All right, why don't you go ahead and Alice, why don't you go ahead and roll willpower?
Willpower, sure. What is the spheres of mind that I have, by the way?
Yeah, so the sphere of mind is a power, so you can kind of go down to your known phenomenon. So you have compel. You can basically make someone do what you want to at any given point in time, as long as you beat that difficulty.
Okay. I see known phenomenon. Okay. So where do we find willpower on this character sheet? I see agility, awareness, stamina, strength.
Willpower bottom left of the clock.
Okay, I got a 9. Hold on. Do I count the black pips?
No, the black 3 is average, so 3 is a 0 on the pips.
Okay.
And so if you go below 3, that's the modifier that we have in our windows there.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I got a 9 then.
Right. There's something a little antsy about this little girl as you're kind of poking around in her mind. It's very concentrated, very scared at times. It's almost like searching into the mind of a little rabbit. And for what was your total for your awareness?
So I've got an awareness modifier of +2. I have observation with 2 pips in it. I don't understand how that might work. I also have larceny with 2 pips in it. That could also be possible.
Yeah, so you take your modifier and you add the pips of your skills. Specializations give you a +1, and you 1d12 that.
And what are specializations? Is that the text that we have written in the?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a modified 12.
Excellent. So yeah, you definitely can catch it before she does. A kind of you go by it and your hand feels a little bit of air from part of this hovel. Kind of following it, you can kind of see or imagine in your head the silhouette of a door, kind of oval-esque shape. And you're pretty sure if you kind of just apply some pressure on the edge there, it will just kind of fold out.
Okay. Oh, it just seems to be a little simple catch latch. I thought you knew where we were going. I'm going to drop down and just double check to make certain that it's not rigged with anything.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, James.
While they're pissing around with the door, I'm going to be looking if anyone's paying particular interest to us.
Yeah, right now on the streets, there's really not much people out. It's dark, a lot of shadows looming. Light is kind of hard to be of assistance just because of the nature of it. They're kind of like these variations of colors dancing about the ground, reflecting from the galaxy above. But so far, it looks like it's a quiet night.
I'll look back and go, how bloody long does it take to open a bloody door?
James, are you able to move your microphone a little bit closer by chance? Thanks. Just a little bit more volume. Thank you.
Aju kind of seeing you guys coming a little bit closer, she will press the side of the door and you start to see it kind of do that flip, something that one of you guys knew would happen.
Okay. When I'm probing her mind, does she expect any danger in here? Anything she didn't tell us about what people might have said or saw in her mind?
She is apprehensive, nervous. There is an expectation of potential danger.
Does she have any images in her mind of what she might have heard or people have seen?
No, not that you can grasp.
Okay.
And she'll slip in.
I'll draw my dagger.
Yeah, she'll slip in through the door.
I'll follow my dagger out.
You all go ahead. I will close the door behind us.
I look over to you and no, I think I will close the door. You are much better in front than I am.
Okay. I look down at my herb bag, a little disappointed.
One day.
And I will fall into the back and make sure I keep an eye on him getting Sarvar going ahead of me.
I draw my sword.
All right.
As you're closing the door, Alice, I'm going to be waiting right there.
Okay.
Excellent.
Once you've got it closed, I'm going to go ahead and take some of my thread and basically set up something so that I will know if somebody's come through this door or not after us.
Actually, that's what I was about to do was pull a hair, lick, and pop. So I was going to do something similar on the door.
Nice. Yeah, and the moment the door closes, it's pitch black in here. Impossible to see much unless you have a certain special vision.
Where do we find special vision if we have it?
It should be probably usually kind of at the top part of
Okay.
kind of origins and such.
Cool. ladies first. I give you a wave, Brandon.
So you're waiting while I rig the door up?
Yep.
Just go. Come on, hurry up. I say as I'm fixing things.
Okay. I will start moving.
Right. You start moving, and you hear this the Aju's voice. I'm sorry. And there's that
Sorry for what?
patter of feet.
What are you sorry for?
And then it's quiet in the room.
I think we've just been double crossed.
It would not be the first time.
My skin shifts to basically dark since we're in the dark, and I'm going to go ahead and see about getting out that door.
All right, excellent. Go ahead and roll larceny.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna reach into a bag and pull out a small copper oil lamp.
Nice.
What attribute would I be using with larceny?
I think in this case, let's go with awareness.
Okay. 6.
All right, so you're looking over and you're desperately trying to find a mechanism to open the door. So far, you have not been able to do so. And when Tao Mao kind of lights the lantern that they have, Tao Mao, you instantly see this creature in front of you. It is this chained creature, almost reminiscent of a lion, but with several feet instead of just kind of the normal 4. Talons longer than the average human that kind of stretch out with these bloody veins running about.
Put the lantern out! Put the lantern out!
Eyes yellow. But it looks hungry. It looks emaciated. It's like breathing. You can see the bones like against the skin. And it has this maddened look in its eyes as it starts to open its mouth. And you see like the saliva fall onto the ground.
Charm.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay, I'm going to charm our guide because I want information.
You're trying to charm Aju?
Yes.
She's gone.
She's gone. The moment you
when
heard
she was
sorry.
saying sorry, I was trying to my intention was to do so when she said sorry, but I didn't want to interrupt. So
okay, then go ahead.
We were in pitch black, so I don't know if you have to see her.
I don't need to see her.
Based on the thing, based on my information on my character, I don't need to see her.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 10 on my die before whatever attribute and such you need me to add.
Willpower.
So if it's awareness or I don't know what you want me to add.
Willpower?
Willpower. Okay. If everything's willpower on this character, why is that my only basic stat? Then that's a straight up 10. Right. Do I get any of my power pips? Because I've got 3 pips on Sphere of Mind and 2 pips on Gnostic.
That's kind of adds in a couple extra powers, or at least allows you to grab some powers.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have to worry about it for this case.
So 10 straight up.
There's a slight pause, and what do you say in her mind?
You still have time to make it up to us, and I suggest you do. Get us out of here.
I can't. It's too late.
It's not too late.
The only way is forward.
Then guide us.
It's about this time that the light comes on with Tao Mao, and it looks like a bad circumstance. What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to get in front of my party and attack.
I'm going to say, bollocks.
All right. So why don't you guys roll for initiative? So speed.
Okay.
Not a good sign.
Where the hell is speed?
Sure, it'll be fine.
Where's
That is
speed?
my question as well, unless you mean combat speed, which seems to be the meters per round that you move. Is that also your initiative?
Yeah. Let me look at the character sheet. It's been a while since I've looked at it.
I rolled a 6 on my D12.
All right.
Is it? Yeah, combat speed, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want that combat speed.
Okay, so then I got a 10.
Okay, 10.
So how is combat speed determined?
Oh man, I have to look that up. It's been a while since I've done character creation too.
Does my fast reflexes play into
Yes,
it at all?
It does.
Because my mod seems to be the same as Alice's mod, so I'm interested in how that is determined.
Yeah, let me look it up for you guys real quick.
I'm a rogue. I'm pretty fast. I only use daggers.
So far, you seem to be a psychic, so that's a little different than a rogue.
I'm
Because
also.
I am literally a thief.
He's a psychic rogue.
I'm
Entirely possible, but my occupation is thief. I've got fast reflexes, and then you just having the same mod as me. I'm like, that doesn't make me feel like I have fast reflexes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
My character, based on some of the images that I have, based on some of the information I have, I picture myself, as a character in Star Wars. Some of those chatter brokers in Star Wars. I am definitely a rogue, but I am a rogue that is a chatter. So I'm a psychic rogue. But yes, my character has very rogue skills.
So sorry. So it's not that combat speed round. It's your D12 plus agility, and if you have fast reflexes, swiftness, and other ability modifiers.
In that case, I'm a 5.
Into it. All right.
I'm a 7.
I'm an 11 plus whatever fast reflexes gives me.
Nice.
Oosh. So James, you said you're a 7.
Yeah. What does sluggish brackets mild mean?
Oh, for your character, let me double check.
Yeah.
We think you're a slug, but only mildly so.
Yeah, you're sluggish.
I mean,
Can somebody?
I'm a bit slow.
Okay.
And Savar, what was your initiative?
6.
6. Okay.
I rolled very poorly.
I'm sorry.
He rolled poorly.
All right, so it looks like Amara.
With the light, I'm going to look for a way to get through this door.
All right, so looking the door you were trying to get out of initially, kind of from your perception, and since you kind of were looking at it earlier, it looks like there's no possible way to apply pressure on this side to have it move. But with the light on, you do notice that there is another door, bronze, with a sliding latch just on the other side of this creature.
How far away is that?
Let's say about 5 meters.
5 meters? I'll go run. Is the door open or closed?
Closed.
Closed? I'll go ahead and run over there and try to get through that door.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me, we'll say agility. And if you have something else, just to kind of like dodge and weave past this creature.
Sure. I have dodge as a combat skill. Also,
Perfect.
did we hear her close a door after she apologized?
Yes, but we didn't go that far because we missed Alice in a series communication. So she did not leave the room.
So I've got a 16.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So what does this look like?
Basically, I check the door. The light is coming up. I don't see any way to get it. Rather than deciding to monkey with it, I turn around, look at this big creature, and just start ducking and dodging to get to the other side, to get to the door, to hopefully get us a way out. Because why fight when we could just leave?
Smart. And you're able to make your way over there, and all that stands before you in the exit is a little latch, which you can easily just kind of knock to the side, revealing a chamber just on the just past it. So let's see, Tama, you were next.
I'm a bit slow, so I'm gonna come up behind Sava and get my guns out. Do you know, if you know what I mean? And get ready to knock the thing to next week.
All right, cool. All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
So is it blunt weapons? Yeah, is that? So how does skills work? Sorry, I'm being perhaps.
No, you're cool. So you want to use 1d12, and actually, if you look at the weapons on the bottom, if you use the attack modifier of the weapon, and then you're going to use your skill, and then of course strength, agility if it's kind of a smaller blade.
Is 0. So 0, and then what? And then add the skill, yes?
Yep, skill and then strength for this hammer.
I'm not using a hammer because I've got a lamp in one hand and I'm just going to try and punch it.
All right.
All right. This is +3, I think. 6, 9.
That does hit. Yeah, it tries to move out of your way, but it looks like it's just, if it was in better condition, it probably would have been able to, but you have more food in your belly.
It does D3 plus 3 damage. 4 damage.
4 damage? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it has protection 1, so it does a little bit less, but does hurt it. All right, Savar?
Sorry, I was grabbing a damage dice. I realized I didn't have one. All right. Yes, I am going to hit it with my sword.
Excellent.
I rolled a 12 on the die.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's 15.
Nice. All right, so that's a crit. And go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. 1 + 1, so 2.
2. All right. And if you can, we're going to roll on the exceptional hits table. So give me a D12 and then a D6.
Okay.
I don't think it matters, but the acrobatics across the room was also 12, but I don't think that it matters on that.
Okay. Yeah. Not as much.
That's an 8 and a 3.
8 and a 3. Nice. All right, so you throw this creature back, slamming against the wall, and it is knocked out. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Another d6, okay. 2.
All right, for 1 round, it is not going to be able to do anything as the little stars go about its head, looking confused.
I look at Timo. That's how it's done.
I would look back at Savara and go, yeah, whatever.
All right. And Asiri.
I look at the girl, Aja, and what is it that you have brought us into?
A trap?
Were you apologizing? And I am going to, as I'm asking her that, maneuver into a defensive position, but I am going to let the thugs duke it out at the moment.
All right.
Thugs?
Well, I think my old plan is to get out of here while the thing is unconscious.
Brandon did get a door open, right?
Say
Brandon
again?
did get a door open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I'd be maneuvering defensively back towards that door into that doorway.
Excellent. Yeah, Aju is just running out that door.
Okay. Then I guess I would be. Then I'll run through that door.
Yeah, and it can't act because it's still kind of shaking about its head, trying to get its bearings after getting pounded into the wall. So we go back up to Amara.
What is on the other side of this door that I am opening?
So looking past, it looks like you were on this spiral tower-like staircase. So if you can imagine brick and stone underneath you, kind of circling about all the way up and then all the way down, you notice a green glow coming from down below. And it looks like still a distant away, maybe several stories, but you can kind of see silhouettes of figures and this humming, almost prayer-like chant echoing through this tower.
So I'm going to go ahead and stealthily move in and look for threats in there.
Excellent. All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
Is that based on agility?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9.
All right, perfect. Cool. So you're heading down the stairs, kind of get a better look of the cultists or whatever is down there.
Yeah, slowly moving down more. I'm just trying to make secure what we're entering as we're trying to leave that thing behind.
Excellent. Yeah, looking around, there's some light in here. It looks like kind of the tower has an opening on the top, so you can see stars and a little bit of the nebulous with its colors kind of filling this place with a little bit of light. The staircase really is about 3 people wide, so there's a good amount of space, but it's really easy to kind of see that there's no one about right now in this area. All right, so after Amara, Tomo.
I'm going to go out that door.
All right. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Savar?
Savar glares at Tomo and shakes his head. He's going to try and hit the weird lion thing.
Finish this job.
Finish this thing off, yes.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
always one.
That's an 11 total.
All right, that hits. Roll damage.
All right. That's 5.
Ooh, nice. It looks pretty bad. It as you kind of crush its face, part of its teeth spilling out onto the floor. You get some saliva on your hand. It's warm, thick. He might have eaten meat recently, but he doesn't look like he can handle much of that anymore. All right, Asiri.
Okay. Did I get an answer from the girl that is currently charmed by me? As we're both running side by side out, apparently.
Yeah, it's basically she says the only way out is forward, and they assume that you'll die in this chamber.
Who assumes that we will
They
die?
assume wrong.
Sakhem gang.
Who? What?
The Sakhem gang.
Do we know what that means?
Sorry, the Sakhem. Yeah, that's the gang that you guys are infiltrating. This little place here.
Okay.
That's not the gang I worked for, was it? Or was part of?
I think you were. Yeah.
It says Saragum. Saragum?
Yeah, I say Saracham.
Okay.
No, they must be on to us.
Then, yeah, I think that right now I'm good with that. I'm going to look back. Is everyone else following me? Are we going?
Everyone but Savar, who looks like he's in this epic battle one-on-one with this creature. Yeah.
Brute.
To be clear, I'm leading, not following.
Also that.
Well, you're going through cautiously. The other two of us are running.
I'm the one that opened the door.
That's true.
You guys didn't move for this until it was open.
I'll call back to Savar. Savar, come. Leave it.
But these people.
And under my breath, brute.
All right, so it looks like all that's left really is Savar as the only person who's kind of still engaged in combat. So Savar, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to sigh. I'm going to start running, and as I'm running, I'm going to go.
Yeah. Looking back, there's almost this look of, disappointment, as if this was probably the only fight it's ever been in, and you were there willing to give it the final moments of its life some purpose, and you leave.
It's miserable life.
Yeah. And you just left it.
Left
itself
it.
In the darkness. Do you close the door behind you?
Of course I do.
You see this, this. And you guys are in this chamber, this tower.
Okay. What does this chamber to the tower look like exactly?
So it is. It's part of the tower itself. So it is this winding stone staircase that goes up and down, whose height is kind of unimaginable, as you can see the stars above and the nebulous and the colors. Down below is a little bit of this faint green light and silhouettes of people, though still kind of several stories below you. You kind of hear the echoing reverb of these kind of chanting and hymns and such like that.
Okay.
It'd be beautiful if not for the circumstances that you find yourself in.
Right.
How far off does that chanting sound?
It's kind of hard to tell. Go ahead and give me an awareness test.
Sure. Observation?
Mm-hmm.
13.
Excellent. Yeah. From as you're kind of centering yourself, maybe even closing your eyes to kind of get a little bit clearer picture of where the noise is coming from. You think it's about 4 stories down below. What looks like it possibly could be the bottom of this place, where that green glow and those silhouettes are.
So yeah, I will look at the people who are gathered. They're about 4 stories below. I hear a bunch of voices down there. Don't know if they expected us to get this far or not. What do we do with her?
She's just kind of like,
Start by getting any further information out of her before we figure that next part out. And I turn back to her. And you said the only way is forward. Forward up or forward down?
I think she went through the door.
I mean, there's lots of places you can get out of here from.
Take us to one.
Aren't you guys? They have my mom.
And you could have asked us to help you with that if you had been forthcoming. Now, you need to show us a way out, and then we will reevaluate if we will help you.
Hang on. You're saying they've got your mum. Do you know where they're keeping your mum?
I know, kind of on the bottom area. This last time I saw it, I went so deep, and there was these bars, and it was wet and damp, and this horrific creature was nearby.
Are we really going to listen to another lie right now?
I'm not lying.
Probe her mind again.
Go ahead and roll willpower.
You guys see, from the goggles, black flare come out of my eyes as I look at her. I got a 9 again on the die. So, the die was a 9, and I believe that my willpower is flat. So that's a 9.
All right, excellent. Yeah, it doesn't take much to look inside the mind of a little girl for this endeavor. So what are you trying to get her to tell you?
Let's ascertain if she's lying to us again. She betrayed us once already.
Yeah, she is not lying. As far as you can kind of see images of the gang, and it's always kind of from her perspective. This sort of grotesque monster laughing at her as they show her mom, who's behind bars, holding this little doll in her hand.
Okay.
But you definitely feel a lot of guilt.
I'm going to probe around her memory and see if I can ascertain where the mother is being held.
Definitely below. This whole place kind of has this winding quality to it, so she is not sure, but she knows that it's near the green light.
The green light's what, down?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, whoa, I guess you get a mother.
No, that information is, I'm literally reading her mind right now. That's not something she's telling us.
It's like, wow.
I sigh. It would appear she is telling the truth about her mother.
Really?
The mother is in the bowels of this place.
Well, great. Where's our goal?
We go after the mother. Something.
No. We're here for something. We're here for the idol. Where's our goal?
Do you know, Aju? What,
no,
with me still in her mind right now, does she? Does that trigger?
She doesn't really seem to know, but she does maybe, like, there's like this split second where you
get a direction.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe kind of more of a hunch than an actual information. But it's this very thick door, and there's a lot of green light upon it, as well as these chains which hold it in place.
I believe our goal is near the bowels of where they are holding her mother. There's a green light.
That's probably just what she wants you to think.
So, just out of curiosity, did it look like a prison or a sacrificial chamber?
Sacrifice.
Mm.
I believe that if we head to her mother, then we would be going to the same direction as our goal. Unfortunately.
So, we tossing her off the top?
What?
No. That's bad.
Is she a child? Is she a child, yeah? She's a child, right?
Yeah.
That will alert them to our presence.
That depends on how far you can throw her. I mean, you guys are pretty strong. I think that you could throw her pretty far.
I wouldn't want to throw a child. Why would I want to throw a child?
We have no need to throw her anywhere. Besides, she could still be useful for information.
Oh, she's been plenty useful so far.
I knew something was wrong.
Let's go. I'm bored.
Okay. Start going down into the bowels of the place where, the images are showing in her mind that I saw. I also want to basically take out my little notepad or, basically my journal, and I'm going to start scribbling in it very quickly any images that I received from her as we're walking so that I don't lose that information. If I see basically, a corridor, I will draw, the lines of the corridor and then, mark L for left, R for right.
Yeah. Excellent. So you guys are coming down this spiraling staircase, and it's...
Does it freak her out that I seem to be knowing what she's thinking?
Well, she doesn't really know, because I assume you kind of had your notebook up and she's shorter than you. So unless you're showing it to her or speaking about it out loud, she wouldn't know.
Well, but I'm talking about when earlier when I was relating the information from her mind.
She's a little freaked out, but she's dealt with horrific beings before, and I think she'll just add you to that list of creatures who kind of know more than she can grasp in this world of people who seem to have more power than she ever will. So you guys are coming down the staircase with, I assume Amara's like leading, or at least in front, just kind of making sure everything is clear.
I'm very willing to be at the front, having them hold back and stealthing and checking things as we go.
Excellent. Coming down, you notice this large roach-like statue in the center, and right below it are these kind of, it's hard to tell whether it's flames or water. The movement just kind of goes between the two, but it's kind of this reflective green which shimmers on the walls. There is, as the staircase kind of comes down to this smoothed out area below with this statue in the center, you notice that there are 8 columns around it, each one carved with this intricate, almost jade-like material, with doors that are just beyond them. Between every column is an individual in like this black cloak. You can see this very wide, almost frog-like lips poking out from underneath these cloaks, and one of them even has this little tongue that like kind of licks its neck and then sloops back into it. It does seem like the chanting at least is coming from these individuals. And then kind of on the other side of where you are entering, there is a slight staircase that goes up a little bit, and then a tunnel that goes straight down.
So how many of these creatures in cloaks did I see?
So there are 8 pillars, 1 in between each.
And they are actual just statues, right?
These creatures?
Yeah, these creatures.
No, they're like licking their faces and such.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
like,
moving.
Okay, they're actually moving.
Well, whether they're statues or not, they do move.
Yeah, this is true.
I hope they're not statues. My sword's not going to do much against rock.
Not with that attitude.
So yeah, I sign back at them at how many there are ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
When she signs back to us, is there one that's being signed as being closer to us than the rest?
Yeah, I mean, I make a general point,
Okay.
kind of like, give you, I'll come back a little bit and, be able to whisper to you guys, some basic dimensions of the room and kind of where I saw people standing.
Okay.
And they're wearing cloaks, right?
I will
Did you say
sneak.
cloaks?
Yeah, they're wearing cloaks.
And hoods, right? Hoodie cloak type things. So if we took them out, we could like wear their cloaks and hoods.
I'm going to, when he's asking that, I'm going to be moving up.
By all means, but they outnumber us.
I'm going to be moving up while they start talking, and I'm not going to get too close, but I want to get close enough that I can get one of them in range of my mind.
All right. Yeah, so you're moving down the stairs. So far, what are you doing?
Are you sure you should probe the mind of an extremely alien Cthulhu-like creature?
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Was that out of character or in character that you were asking?
This is out of character.
This isn't mind probing. I'm not mind probing. I'm doing something else. Okay,
that's fair. All right. I ready my sword and I wait for the other people ready to run in.
Yeah, I'm going to get my hammer called Jules ready.
Mm-hmm. All right, excellent. So, Siri, you're coming down. There's a column in between you and the first individual with the the cloaked.
Okay.
You definitely kind of hear the chanting stronger now. It's almost like you pass through this this noise, maybe this canceling effect or whatever. But like as you get a little bit closer, it's a lot louder. This foreign language, but you can kind of peek just over the column to see one of these creatures.
Compel.
All right,
Not
go ahead and roll
charm.
willpower.
Not mind probe. Compel. Oh, nice. Nat 12.
Ooh, nice. Normally it would be an exceptional hits table, but I don't think you're trying to throw him across the room. Or
No, but what I am going to compel into his mind is he now believes that we are a group of honored guests, that he needs to come and get us basically, get us cloaks and such. Give him a quick image that his job is to make sure that we are given our cloaks and that we are honored guests.
excellent. So yeah, this creature moves up, and as you look at him, he's just kind of like these black eyes with yellow irises on him, very big upon his face. His mouth almost looks human-like, but it's a lot larger, with like this tongue that kind of slips out every now and then. He kind of has to go to pull it back into it. His body is large and round, though the black is slimming in a way, with his feet kind of having these jagged edges, almost like high heels, but flesh.
Do I sense any void around here? Because I have a void
Yes.
sensitivity. So
Yes.
I'm enlightened with void sensitivity. So what does that mean?
It's kind of like the mysticism by which the universe is kind of...
so I can sense ley lines of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he'll kind of just go over to one of the walls and pushes it, and it's like...
Okay. When he looks at me, he won't see my face. Instead, he will basically see this like incorporeal matter. When he looks at me right now through the compel, it'll look basically like, I am just this nexus of stars and this black hole where my face should be.
Holy hell. Yeah. It'll kind of motion for you guys to come into the room.
Okay. I will approach and take the robe, and then I will bring the rest of the robes back to the group.
Cool. Yeah, and then like you come into this, it's like this little closet with all these different types of black robes and such.
So we're away from the others, the other frogmen?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, I'll wave the group forward. We are honored guests. Disguises
Fair
for
enough.
everyone. I point at the robes.
Hi,
Put one
I
on.
put on a robe.
Yeah, and you like grab one for Aju, and it just kind of like Yoda swallows her with this black robe. So this creature kind of leads you forward into the chamber, letting you get close to this cockroach-like statue. It is this feminine figure, if you can assign such properties to a cockroach. It's kind of seductive and sensual, but is definitely in your kitchen at inappropriate times. And just too many arms and too many appendages.
Come hither.
Yeah, it's just like it's gross. It's not for
Disturbing.
you.
And yet,
I'm uncomfortable in ways that I've never thought I'd be uncomfortable about a cockroach.
I know, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, next time you see one, I want you to think about this.
I don't want to see a cockroach anytime soon. Thank you very much. I'd be good if I never saw another cockroach in my life.
hi there, baby.
Apparently, Caleb speaks cockroach, though.
We're gonna watch
I
Caleb
don't.
seduce his
I
cockroach.
don't want to know why. Okay,
Among
Caleb.
my many talents.
That is a story I never need to know.
I might need to after the show. But yeah, it has this very shiny carapace, and like it looks moist and wet at all times. And yeah, this green glow is coming out, and the Like all the other creatures continue to chant, and it's almost like there's a climax to it.
Goody. The frogs have climaxed over the sexy cockroach in the middle that makes us all uncomfortable. Thanks.
Exactly. And you guys are the special guest, right?
Maybe they just really like other people to watch them climax over the sexy cockroach in the middle.
And this thing is kind of like there are like pointed towards every column just underneath this goddess statuesque. There are these square holes of pitch black darkness where the green light does not penetrate. And the thing just goes and indicates that you need to put your hand.
We need to rename Awkward Turtle into Awkward Frog. Oh my gosh, why is Squish not here? Squish needs to be not licking toes right now. Okay, that just didn't come out right. That didn't come out right in the current situation.
I'm sure it's fine.
You're only going to kill me.
Yeah, it's indicating that you guys need to put your hand in it.
In what?
These little square holes that are pitch black right below the statue.
Do I send...
I've seen Jack...
In the mental images that I see, actually, I don't have. I'm not. I'm going to probe a little bit before I put my hand in there. I just want to make sure it's safe.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll it.
Sure. I rolled an 11 on the die this time.
Nice. Ooh. This is insanity, but you feel almost like this convergence of stars and space aligning in several ways in this beautiful cockroach woman with his perspective is very attractive and something to kind of do anything for.
So it doesn't look like anything will eat me or hurt me if I put my hand in there?
No, you're basically seeing that you'll become one with it.
I'll put my hand in there.
How many holes are there?
4.
Okay. I look over at the girl. If you want your mom, maybe you should put your hand in.
I can't reach it.
I'll pick you up.
I stopped this. No, I stuck my hand in a hole.
All right, you put in you kind of feel lots of you guys feel these little scampering of little things moving about your hand, and you can kind of see this movement wrapping around the dark parts of your hand, and then the chanting kind of gets a little bit louder, and it's almost like you stuck your hand in the kind of this giant vat of moving, crawling things as they swarm about your hands.
Okay.
In this creature.
Stick your hand in the hole.
Feel grossed out by it, but when it seems appropriate time, I'll pull my hand back.
Yeah. You pull your hand back, and almost like I guess a henna tattoo. There's all these little black dots all over the hand that you look at it as you kind of move over and move your hand. Some of them drop off. If it's kind of like cockroach droppings, whatever these things that you put your hand in are.
But it's pretty, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just go? Can we just get on? Can we just leave?
Why would you want to do that?
So, once it seems appropriate, I want to basically continue moving on.
Okay. So there seems to be a door behind every cloaked individual, as well as that staircase that leads up and then further down a tunnel. Where would you like to go?
So where was her mother?
Go the stairs down.
In the bowels of this.
All right. How do we get down then?
A good question. Amara, have any answer?
Get down from here? Well, I'd assume it's through one of the doors.
Can you tell which door?
Well, you're the one that's been talking to the frog people, and you've got special marks on your hands now. You don't know yet? I thought that might help.
I have not spoken to the frogmen. I do not know that they can speak the same language as us.
Based on, the way that this place has been laid out and us what we saw of the building, what does it seem like the door that would likely get us down might be? I've broken into a number of locations, so
yeah. Kind of looking around, it might even suggest that these doors kind of all lead to the same place. These doors seem more symbolic than actually efficient.
I think they're more ritualistic, that they're meant to look good and make people dip their hands in the cockroach lady so that they get her eggs all over them. I think you're mocked. You're going to die painfully. They're probably going to explode out of you, eat your eyes out, and then come and try and kill a lot of people.
You hear like this soft sobbing from the little girl. That's terrible.
You're the one that led us here and told us we're all going to die, and sorry for that, but,
Sarvar's just thinking, I need another hit.
Yeah, it's been some time.
So I'll move up to one of the doors and just try and check and see if I find anything that, might go boom or pokey or owie in general as we open it.
Yeah, so it's kind of awkward because in front of each one of these doors are these cloaked individuals, and you can
except for one of them, right? Because he moved off to get us.
Yeah. So if you're going to go to that one, I assume.
Yep, sure.
Excellent. It's looking over. It is very it is very well decorated with kind of this green glow. It seems to kind of capture light as it comes across it. But there's definitely no like traps or anything like that. It looks like people kind of use these doors pretty frequently.
Okay. Go ahead and slowly open it up. Try and look beyond and see what's there. Because I'm all for getting out of, hey, dip your hands in the cockroach queen eggs room.
I don't understand why that's a no-go for you. We'll find out later. I don't know. As you open up the door, peering at you from kind of the shadows of this, you see one of these weird creatures with red eyes looking down at you as he stands tall. And in this kind of low, guttural voice, he asks a question. Journey without it, and you will never prevail. But if you have too much of it, you will surely fail. What is the answer?
Food.
Okay. Opens the door. And it's a nice hallway, and the door kind of closes behind you very quickly with this robed figure kind of on the other side.
Are the rest of us able to follow?
No, it's kind of like just him.
Okay.
Is there another way out? Didn't you say there was another door, another way out of this room?
I'll go up to the same door.
There's multiple doors, and then a little staircase that leads to another tunnel.
I'm going to go to the same door that Amara went to and attempt to open the door.
All right, you open it, and you see these red eyes peering at you from the cracks of it.
Okay. Step through and look for Amara.
Oh, he doesn't let you step through. He's just kind of looking at you.
I stare back, and my stare is pretty creepy. I don't know how creepy his stare is, but my stare is pretty creepy.
Revelation.
It's like I look into his soul.
Yeah, he's shivering a little bit. Revelation or illumination.
Revelation.
Thus said our Lord Klatok, Imagine you are in a dark room. How do you get out?
The room. So he says, imagine if you're in a dark room, how do you get out?
Mm-hmm.
Find an edge and go work your way around the edges. There you go.
Can any of us pipe up, or am I supposed to be quiet right now?
Looking at it, it sounds like this is for her, but, of course, you're on the other side, so who knows?
Turn the light on.
I'll use that. Sure, turn the light on. That was 50-50 between that and something else, but since I've got to vote on turn the light on, I'll use that. Turn the light on.
I like it. Yeah. All right, come on in. And this just kind of ushers you in and closes the door.
All right, I open the door.
And you see those red eyes looking out. Revelation or illumination?
Revelation.
Unto his disciples, the luminous Lord said, we hurt without moving. We poison without touching. We bear the truth and the lies. We are not to be judged by our size. What are we?
I draw my sword and I put it against his throat. Your guts spilled over the floor if you don't let me pass.
Good answer. And he kind of opens it and ushers you in.
I sheath my sword and I walk forward.
Closes the door.
I'm going to look at the little girl and go, well, we're not getting through there.
What? Why not?
They're asking silly questions.
Well, I'm not. She's just going to go up to the door and open it. The creature whispers a question to her, and she speaks back, and she's through it, leaving Talmo by himself with the Roach Queen.
God damn it. All right, here we go.
Come back, Talmo.
I walk up to the door. I'll open it.
You see that face again. Revelation or illumination?
Illuminate.
Excellent. Make a stamina roll as he grabs you by the collar and expels the smoke from his mouth.
Well, I rolled a 12, but -1, that's 11.
Oh, nice. You are fine. You're able to kind of close your mouth in time. And he picks you up and just kind of plops you on the other side and then closes the door behind you.
All right, and I'll go, excuse you, and walk off.
All right, you guys are in this dark hallway. There are these...
Lamp out.
Huh?
I'll get my lamp out again.
Excellent. There are several doors on either side, but one of them that kind of stands out the most is there is this double door with the Roach Queen's emblem kind of on it, covered in gold and silver. But it goes further down after that.
So there's a door in front of us, but the stairs go down?
No, so there's you're in a hallway just past the door, and to the right there's this large door among several other doors, but this one stands out just because of the exquisite nature of it. Double door with the Roach Queen emblem on kind of the center of it, and then the hallway just continues further on.
Is there any lighting?
While I've been waiting for them, I want to check some of the other doors, not the big one though.
Excellent. Talmo has lighting. The first door you go to, Amara, you see a horrific sight. One of these frog-like creatures naked and changing into...
That is horrific.
Yeah, it's changing into like these robes, and you kind of get them halfway putting on the robe, so there's kind of like the lumps of wet, moist flesh. Assume you close the door.
Yeah.
So does it react like, oh?
It does. It doesn't see Amara. But yeah, not great. Going kind of further on, one of the doors you go to, Amara, looks like it's locked.
Go ahead and see about picking that.
Excellent. All right, go ahead and roll me agility larceny.
That's going to be a 15.
Ooh, all right, cool. So yeah, you're able to kind of move the mechanisms around, and the mechanisms here are done by kind of like your fingers. Normally, these creatures have sometimes more than you, so you kind of have to use 2 fingers to kind of turn several dials around to their correct positions, and then the door kind of swings open. On the other side, you notice this long hallway, but instead of a wall, it's just kind of these kind of moist black bars, and this whole place seems to be dripping with some sort of liquid from above. And you do see kind of these humanoid shapes with blankets and such sleeping on the other side of these bars.
Why is everything wet?
That's why I ask myself every time I go outside.
Well, you have Riker for the cause of that.
That is true. He's so wet. Just puts his mouth on everything.
And Caleb has Banshee for the cause of that. So we have answers for the 2 of you. Go.
So there's a bunch of them that are like sleeping in there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Kind of
anything
draped.
look good in there?
Like a value?
Yeah.
Not really, no. This kind of just looks like a prison. Nothing really of value, and everything just looks smelly and disgusting. There's even several buckets, which you can only imagine what they're used for, in the corners of every cell.
Okay.
Chamber pots.
Yeah.
Go ahead and close the door. So these aren't members of this gang that we're worried about?
Correct.
This is like their hideout?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the people you pass by are most likely associated with the gang. I mean, every gang in this kind of area has a religious aspect to it, just because of the nature of these creatures.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Yeah, I've got quite a few questions, but I've got an important question.
Yeah, sure.
If I was part of this gang, would I know my way around this facility?
Somewhat. It's a very large facility, and you weren't really like the you were more so guard duty and such like that. So kind of the exterior areas where the lunchroom is, etc.
He's saying you were a nobody.
Oh, snap. I wasn't trying to say that, but Alice said it, not me.
Well, Mitch.
I didn't say it. Alice said it. That's what I was saying.
He implied it. I reiterated it.
I've got your friends here. Wow.
I love you, James.
Wow.
Call me.
There's nothing wrong with hearing the truth, no matter how painful.
Oh, man.
Wow. I'll remember that next time.
Okay.
I love you.
So we continue to explore.
Yeah, where are you guys going next?
Well, they've probably all gathered up by that point, so it sounds like go downstairs.
Yep.
Go down to these big double doors.
Head towards the
All right. Excellent. Yeah. So you guys go down, and you're in front of these double doors, which definitely have some cockroaches kind of scurrying over it. And they're really like eldritch cockroaches with these kind of little green glowing eyes, legs like centipedes as they move across.
God, you were making me itch. Thinking about it. Ugh.
Yeah, there are these chains over it. a slight lock on it, this mechanism that Amara is familiar with.
So check the door similarly, and then go ahead and try and open it up for us.
All right, go ahead.
Not so good. That's an 8.
It looks clear. Sure, it's fine.
So go ahead and do the little thing carefully, cautiously, quietly.
Excellent. Yeah. So it's easier than you could have ever imagined. Definitely trying to get into the guard room was much easier than this task. As you move it aside and the chains carefully, stealthily fall to the ground. And the door kind of cracks open a little bit, and you see this luminescent green light pouring in from the other side.
Oh, good. More green light.
Oh.
So, motion.
AKA, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Siri goes first, and this is a circular room with kind of several different tiers filled with skeletons looking down of various creatures. The floor is covered in these centipede-like cockroaches, which kind of give you a little bit of birth starting out, but then slowly start to crawl over your feet as you move forward. There are several of these rocks, these stones in the center of the room with a singular steel chain attached to one of them, almost kind of like a pet rock on a string. And they are surrounding this idol, the one that you recognize, the one that you are here for.
Move up to it and Indiana Jones check it.
What kind of creatures are surrounding it?
Other than the cockroach millipedes on the ground, there are these skeletal, like, not creatures, but former creatures.
Okay. So yeah.
Almost looking down as if this was a gladiatorial space.
Careful.
Speaking of which, Amara, give me that stealth check.
Sure. 10.
All right. You're able to move forward. And what, are you going to pick up one of the stones and kind of just Indiana Jones it?
I want to check the area for, where the traps are. You don't have a bunch of dead bodies looking at something if there's not something interesting that's going to happen here.
I'm
Dead
going to
people
pick up
don't
a
watch
femur.
for nothing.
What, Alice?
I'm going to pick up a femur bone.
Yeah, you can. It's like this weird femur of some creature who had multiple femurs, an abundance of femurs, so to speak.
So if this was Indiana Jones, I just screwed us over.
Amara, go ahead and give me a observation roll. As I lose my dice.
Natural 12 for a 16.
Whew, nice. As you're looking over, it looks like there are these little spaces on every rock, which almost looks meat-like. You see these black veins circular on them. It doesn't look good, but it's hard to say exactly like what it is, but you think that these stones might be intelligent.
Goodies. Intelligent meat stones. Just what we needed.
What?
Oh, the stones. Do you see the meat they got on them?
Yes.
I think they might be more than stones.
Oh.
What bizarre weird thing are we in?
Do I get what is making me feel that they are intelligent?
It's kind of like the slight shuddering of them. The movement of the meat part kind of have this thumping, almost rhythmic heart. And if you were designing this place, you would put a weird creature to guard this thing. Something horrific that tears flesh from bone.
I'm going to reach out and sense for minds.
You see how they're just kind of quivering, anticipation. They can sense the juicy morsels coming near them for this trap. They're just waiting, kind of like in the jungles. They got these strange things where you get towards them. It's a plant. You go to get some water out of it because it's collected there, nice and juicy like. And then all of a sudden, you're clasped. You just held right there. And it just squishes you until it grinds out all your juicy bits to just satiate its bloodlust. That's what these are.
I'm going to reach out to see if I can sense a mind.
You sense one mind.
Great, charm it.
All right, go ahead and roll willpower.
8.
You smack into like this mental door. There's sort of this rage just beyond it. But you are not able to kind of get any sort of communication or captivation with this thing.
Okay. I have a question. I just looked at the thing. It says resisted on willpower 7 if it is contrary to the victim's wishes or thrift. What would resisted on willpower 7 mean, by the way?
So that's the general DC. So
is it what I roll or is it what they roll?
It's what they roll. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try something.
Shoot. What are you doing?
Okay. I suggest everyone leaves the room.
Oh, well, so you can do some more bloody drugs.
Okay.
Amara laughs out at that.
I pick up a skull, the most aerodynamic one I can find. Okay, has everyone left the room?
I'm willing to leave the room.
I'll leave the room.
Okay.
Sure.
Look at Tamo. I'm about to throw it.
Before I leave, I go, if I come back here and find you comatose on the floor, I'm not carrying you. And I walk out.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, I walk over to the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to throw the skull I found at one of the meat sacks.
All right. You throw it, and it kind of smacks the stone and that little meaty part on it. And you see the stones kind of start to roll together, the meaty sacks kind of extending out with these appendages connecting to each other until there is like this rock monster with these meaty bits in between it that stands, and it pretty much covers this whole place with just a few meters from it in the wall as it looks around and then stares at you.
I step way back into the hallway.
You see it move forward a little bit, but there's that chain that was connected to one of the stones. It kind of keeps it from... But it just has like this little frowny face on it as it looks at you.
Okay, that's what we're up against. I turn and look at the group.
Are we had to leave the room because
We wanted to make certain that we were not eaten.
Oh, okay. All right. I just thought you wanted some alone time with your problem.
I can't hear you.
You couldn't hear me?
Now we can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get very quiet when you sit back from your mic.
Oh, I heard him just fine. I thought Caleb was just being like, I don't have a problem. I can't hear you.
All right. I'll rephrase that. I'll redo that then. I said, I can't remember what I said. I said, I thought you wanted some alone time with your problem.
No. Again, I don't know what you're talking about. I said I wanted to show you.
He's talking about what you sniff up your nose when nobody's watching, or at least you think none of us are.
Again, I turn and look and go, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's talking about the sack at your belt.
It's full of medicine. It's for you. I show the sewing, the bone needle. What are you talking about?
The snuff that's in there. We're worried about you. You should talk to Schick. They're the healer.
I look around at the horrific settings we're in, and I say, this really isn't the time for this.
Agreed.
It's never
Besides,
the time for
if anyone
an
here is not to be trusted, it certainly isn't him.
Rick.
Savar is at least a little too dumb to betray us. And I
This is
glance
a-
over at Tamo.
Little did Savar know that this is just an elaborate intervention.
That's right. The banners start coming down. We thought we care for you, you know.
So the rock monster kind of comes forward and sits down, pulls out a notepad.
But yeah, after I made that comment about him being too stupid to betray us, I slightly glance over at Tamo, and then I turn back towards the group. So, Amara, do you have any way for us to cross?
All you got to do is get there faster than that thing. What are you? Hungry. He's hungry.
Oh, I think he said he was.
You have a way for us to get the idol of Marduk?
Well, I mean, we just have to get past him, and then whatever else they've got. Only figured out so much of this so far. These two, they're the ones that are supposed to bruise up things, and then you're supposed to make everybody comply.
I already got us past those frogs, did I not? This is brute work. This is brute work.
But in very famous words, what have you done for us lately?
Is there a bone anywhere near the?
I'm holding a big femur in my hand.
I hold out my hand for the femur.
I put it in your hand.
Crack. Now it's jagged in two jagged pieces. I'll throw it at the monster.
Yeah, you go ahead and let's do agility. And if you have a throw skill or something else you think might help.
Okay, let me look at my skills here.
Yeah, I don't think you're a great thrower of things.
No, I am not. But that's okay. Well, small blades.
It's not really a small blade.
Worth a shot. All right. So my agility plus a D12. Okay. No problem. Let me scroll up here. Okay. 9.
You throw it and it just bounces off the rock and falls to the ground, and you see it kind of looking.
Okay, I'm going to throw again. Throw my other one.
Go ahead. And as you're throwing it, you notice that it's picking up this bone that you threw at it. But it's kind of weird because it has these awkward 12. Oh snap! All right, give me a D12 and then a D6.
12 again.
Oh crap! All right, D6.
4.
All right. So somehow, as it's bending forward, you see kind of its little muscly connection to what you believe is a neck. You throw this bone, and it just cleaves it in twain. You get it in the perfect spot, and this black goo erupts from it as it goes. Falling onto the ground and starts to bleed, and it looks like it's trying to grab at its neck and such. So you guys have 6 rounds where it's kind of just occupied with this bleeding.
Okay,
We're
in
going
that
to call
case,
you Caleb the Crit. That's going to be your new name, man.
All right.
I'm having some good luck tonight.
You knock a Manticore unconscious. You have this thing, just writhing in pain.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about this system is the exceptionals hit table. It goes from kind of like 1 to 12 for like severity, and then after that you roll a d6 to kind of see what other cool things it is. So first off, the bone that you have, let's say it's a d4, and you get times 3 damage. So,
do I need to roll that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on.
What we don't know is that the thingy was picking up the bone to bring it back to you, so you could throw it and it could fetch it again.
It just wanted to play
It just wanted to be friends.
That's all. Do I add my strength bonus to that?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be 9 then total.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So 6 rounds, and I will keep that 9 in mind just in case things go wrong.
Okay. Now's our chance.
Amara,
I draw my sword and I start to walk towards the creature.
Amara, I believe that is your cue to retrieve Marduk.
I will start going, move quickly, and definitely when I get up to it, try and just take one more look for any problems that might occur when I actually grab this.
All right, go ahead and roll.
That's a 5, 7, 9.
Excellent. So you do see that there's kind of a pressure plate underneath it. Following kind of the logic of it, you see a rope coming out that's somewhat buried in the mud and cockroaches. So it looks like it should drop something on you, but as you look above, you notice that where the rock or item that was supposed to be dropped on you, the rope broke. So there's really nothing.
Well, I will go ahead and grab my hemp rope and tie it around that.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and, be back and pull it off of that during this time.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, you yank the idol. It flies into your arms. The trap is triggered and like some rope falls where you originally were.
I feel really guilty. How injured is he? Is it badly injured? Is it something that we should just put out of its misery?
It's hard to figure out how badly injured a rock.
I'm just going to go up and smash it with my hammer.
Aww. All right. I mean, so it can't really defend itself. So we'll say you get 3 rounds of good hitting in. So you can just roll 3 things of damage. Same for you, Savar, if you're just going to go up and beat the crap out of this thing.
Absolutely.
I need another D12.
Yeah, so just roll a d12 just in case there's a crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. And nope.
Yeah, you're not allowed to crit again, Savar. The crit's a 12.
No, then.
Yeah.
So that's 5 and 8 and 13.
All right. It's like bleeding. Like you guys are pounding it. What'd you get, Tama?
I've got to do maths at this time of night. The first hit was like 11 plus 2, which is 13. Then it was a 7 plus 2, which is 9. And then it was a 2 plus 2, which is 4.
All right, cool. So it's Amara, as Amara and Asiri are kind of back, successfully grabbing the idol. You guys just beat the ever-living crap out of this thing, pounding away at the little meaty bits in between the rocks. And then it's just kind of it's hard to tell when it dies, but you notice that it's no longer pressing any of its stony appendages on its neck, and it's just like still.
Well, I feel bad that it's now actually dead and we didn't just leave it to be like suffer for the rest of its life. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that sort of person. If you at least put it out of its misery, especially that thing that we left back there with no teeth. I mean, how's it going to eat except for a straw, you know?
I stick my sword through the thing and twist it once just to be sure.
Yeah, it kind of like this spray of black blood shoots off into your face. Like, it kind of tastes like a milkshake that's been left out in the sun for about a couple weeks. Kind of like that curdling thickness to it.
I don't know that description because I've never tried tasting a milkshake that's been left out.
See, James, you're missing out on experiences out there.
But I'll be back in 10 minutes. I want to go get a milkshake.
No. So I think that is your cue, Amara,
My cue for what exactly?
to retrieve the statue.
We did.
Oh,
Yeah, he has it. He pulled or Amara pulled the rope with the idol.
okay. I
in her
didn't hear
hand.
that part. I heard what else was going on. Okay, cool. So then my question is, do we continue further down or do we go up? From what I saw, we could find other ways out if we go into the bowels. Perhaps we can even save this girl's mother.
Where we go? I promised that we'll find her mother. Do you not understand how like manipulative this gang is? They just find your weakness and they'll use it against you constantly, like her mother. You know, no offense, but have you ever been in a difficult situation? You know,
No, but I also have not.
Place?
I also have not betrayed those that trusted me. So I guess we both have experience.
Well, we don't really know
experience.
it, do we? I mean, she was just a guide. Yeah,
She was hired
like
for a job. She decided that she got a better paycheck somewhere else. People do that shit.
Yes.
Var glares at all of you. I don't.
I don't either. I did not make anyone promises here.
Yeah, but they don't have your fucking mother, do? Sorry, I swore again. They don't have your mother.
I think we can swear.
I don't know.
What I know of this group is that the person most advocating to save a mother is a known traitor, similar to the one that just stabbed us in the back. Perhaps the two of you would do best to work together.
Hold on. He left some bad people. These are the same bad people that we're stealing from. So let's not start talking about how he's betrayed them. We're also betraying people by breaking into houses and taking stuff. Me, I'm okay with that, though.
I shrug. I never made any oaths to these people.
No, it's a social contract.
Well, in regards to social contracts, what exactly do you think we should do then, since you seem to be our moral compass?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to the naive one. That's my character's nickname for you, naive one. In her mind, in his mind. No, talking to Amara.
I'm the one
She's
that was
sweet and
saying
naive in my character's mind.
I'm the one that was saying we should be willing to toss her off the side of the building just to see if she'd give us more information. You all shot that down. Now I'm the moral compass. You all looked down on your noses at me a little while ago. I hate to leave her mom here, but you know what? I'd hate to leave my hide here even more.
Do I get a vote?
No, you're too young.
Oh, okay.
Seems you are the tiebreaker. I look to Scar what?
Sarvar.
Scarvar, yeah. Look to Scarvar.
Sarvar.
It's like Savitar, but Sarvar.
Sure. Scarvar.
I like my odds. Let's go rescue the child's mother.
Then let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's kick some butt and take some faces. No, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Do these things have butts?
I don't know.
Probably.
Potentially. It's got to do it somehow, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see. So we're going to kick the potential butts.
I mean, you've been pounding on something for the last
That's it.
3 turns.
We're going to take names. We're going to take names and choose some bubble gum.
I'm going to go over to Asiri as we're starting, and I'm like, you don't think we got good odds on this, huh?
What? No, I said I like my odds.
I'm talking to Asiri, not you.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you said Sarver.
I nod. But I am also not going to leave any of you behind if any of you are going to go into the bowels of it. From what I saw, there might be something useful for us. But where she is being held, it is a sacrificial waiting room or something behind a very ominous door with very ominous green lighting.
Oh, goody. We get to go there, huh?
And the door has chains on it. Large chains. Anything that needs large chains behind such a door, I don't think is going to be very friendly to trespassers as ourselves.
Don't open the door then.
All right. Well, I start heading. Well, what is there a way to go further down? Because clearly we need to get to the sacrificial chamber.
That way, I point.
All right.
I look at my journal. That way.
All right.
Going back to the heavy chain door, just past the chanting.
Yeah, I also want to, based on the map that I've been drawing as we're moving through with Aju's mind, I want to try and utilize that map to see which way we need to go.
Yeah, just kind of back, kind of past the guy with those red eyes.
Great, we go that way.
All right. Going back, the individual is just kind of in his cloak, obscured. He doesn't really say anything to you guys. You can, of course, open the door, and you're back.
And I'm still wearing that cultist cloak, the cultist robe.
And yeah, you're back in the the Cockroach Queen's domain.
Okay.
The statue before you.
I thought you said the hallway that continued on.
So coming out of the where you guys were, to your left, not down, but forward on the hallway is where you guys were. In that chamber is where the thick doors with the heavy chains are. The hallway that you guys are currently kind of in is where they had many doors, and it kind of continues further down. You haven't seen the end of this hallway yet, but this is the hallway where you found the moist cages filled with people in buckets.
Make them sound so attractive.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm dreaming of you, my cockroach queen.
I feel like Savard is just going to be like, I'm with you all the way. Cockroach Queen.
You'll know what I mean.
So we head that way.
Yep.
All right.
Follow the
back
map
to that
I've been generating.
Yeah, back to that circular chamber with the columns and several individuals with their robes. You see the little stone staircase that goes up kind of half a story to the thick, chained-like heavy doors.
Okay.
Let's go through the door.
Go through the door.
Well, so what is preventing you are very thick and heavy chains.
Right. So is Amara able to unlock those chains?
I can try by all means.
All right.
You're
go ahead.
sure this is where we want to go?
No, but we're going to be there anyway.
This is the path.
This is the 11.
Does that mean you need like bigger lock picking tools to like if they've got big chains, would they have like a big like padlock that you have to like use really big?
It's kind of like the same kind of motion with the hands, and so like it's Amara is really adept at kind of mimicking different hands and like different amount of fingers. So it's like it's the work Amara does is straight up brilliant. It's just what she does is a masterpiece, exquisite as she just kind of turns these dials and moves, and then the chains just kind of fall onto the ground, making this very heavy sound. But, all the chanting continues on.
Thankfully, they're really, really into their cockroach queen. All right. Well, I'm going to walk forward then through the door.
Excellent. You kind of push the heavy door forward.
Are the chains on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
I pick up one.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, they're like thick. Like the chains are like this thick. As
Good.
You kind of put it on. Yeah. Going in, you see this like sand that kind of continuously pours from places underneath the stone. So if you can imagine this stone dome that is a little lifted up from the ground, and sand pours from these dark kind of space right underneath where the stone ends, and into this gaping hole in the center of it that is about 5 meters in circumference. You see about 8 kind of moving appendages, these black carapace-like fingers kind of moving with the sand, playfully dancing across it. Yeah.
Okay. I take my chain and I go onto the sand.
You like slam it down?
Yep. Slam it down on the sand.
Excellent. From this gaping hole, you see a face, kind of pale porcelain with black eyes cracked as it peers over to you. This long kind of cockroachy black carapace neck extends out. So all you see is this long neck and this porcelain face looking at you with these little pincers on either side.
Oh, an antlion.
It's just kind of looking at Sarvar as it starts to move a little bit closer.
I ready my chain. If it gets in range, I'm going to whip it right in the face.
All right, whip it.
This doesn't look like something I want to bother taking control of or reading the mind at the moment.
Oh, it's fine. Did you get a 12? Oh my gosh. All right, roll it. Roll the 12 and then the D6. Let's see what happens.
Caleb has hacked dice.
I'm starting to wonder.
I want those dice.
2 and 4.
All right, so 2 and then 4. All right, sweet.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, normal damage, but it looks like when you smash into it, parts of the porcelain kind of break off into its eyes as like this blood. And it's not blood; it's just cockroaches pouring out of its eye, falling onto the ground. So, what's your damage?
How much damage does this big heavy chain do?
Oh heck, let's do D8.
D8. All right, let me grab a D8 real quick. Yay.
I choose the dice you don't have. We'll get
No. I've got it. I just don't have it out.
Yeah.
Excuse my dog.
It's fine. I mean,
And he just wants us to know that he loves us.
Yeah,
shoot,
my
that was
baby
D10. Cannot believe I did that. Okay, now I got a D8. All right. Okay, I rolled a. That should be +1, 4 total.
All right, yeah, it's pissed. And as this head kind of flies back, this pool of cockroaches falling onto the sand and scurrying about towards you, you see this very large mouth kind of come out of the sand, and this little porcelain mask kind of slithers back into the mouth, which seems to have several of these masks and pincers coming out of its gaping maw. There are these two black beady eyes and this very kind of, let's say, sensual, moist face that looks almost like the perfection of beauty, as it kind of pours over and starts moving towards you.
I just attacked their goddess.
The appendages start to creep forward as this huge creature moves towards you.
I'm just gonna whip him again.
Just like whip it. Whatever. Let's do initiative.
Okay.
Gonna whip a goddess.
4.
All right.
Seven plus any bonus fast reflexes might give me.
All right.
Oh, 10. Oh, well, 11 minus 1.
All right. And Savar?
9.
All right. So it's going first as it's rolling or going against you. So why don't you go ahead and roll dodge?
Who's you?
Sorry, Savar.
Oh,
You're
okay.
the one whipping it.
Of course. All right. Let me look here. Dodge. What do I do? Just roll a straight 12 and then add my agility?
Yeah, agility. And if you don't have dodge, then yeah.
Okay. That would be an 11.
All right. Unfortunately, it is not enough. So you take 7 damage as this thing kind of, with its different pincer-like tongues, leeches forward, and parts of it are like attached to your body. And you can feel kind of parts of your organs being tugged towards these directions.
Parts of my organs? Get this thing off me. That is not something you want to hear.
Yeah. All right. So, Tomo, it's your turn. What are you doing? Your Savara is saying, "Get it off me."
I'm going to crack it with my hammer.
All right, running forward and crack. Go ahead and attack. You could just close the door and.
Dude, why are you spoiling my action? I knew we shouldn't have come.
That looks bad.
Well, hang on. So it's got an attack modifier of +2.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a blunt weapon? It is, isn't it? That's ranking is 3. And then do I add my? What am I using to
Strength
hit?
for that? Yeah. It'd
So
be
it's
agility for like a
5.
knife. Something with a little bit more.
5
finesse.
plus 2 is 7. 9 plus 7 is 16.
Ooh, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 plus 2 is 7.
Nice. All right. Yeah. One of the little like porcelain mask breaks and shatters, and you see a little bit of this blood start to ooze out of Savar, as well as these cockroaches kind of mixed into it. And the cockroaches seem very interested in kind of going into that hole. But like the cracked porcelain mask just kind of falls to the ground. It leaves like this little spidely tongue behind it. Actually, it's Amara's turn.
I see the trouble that these people are getting into, and I don't know why we're down here right now. This sounds just bad, but I'm not willing to run out on them quite yet. So I'm going to go and grab one of my darts, and I will chuck it at this thing.
All right, go ahead. Agility.
agility, and then slings thrown weapons.
Mhm.
That is going to be a whopping 6.
All right. Unfortunately, it kind of wisps past these little things, smacking against kind of like the stone on the other side.
I tried. Can you back out now?
Speaking of which, it is Savar's turn.
Okay, how many tentacles are attached to my unfortunate body?
3.
3. Okay, so that's minus the one Temo bashed off, right? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Can I cut myself loose?
you can. Go ahead and make an attack.
All right. Okay, that would be a 13.
Ooh, that hits. Roll damage.
That's a 3.
All right, you were able to smash one of them off of you as it breaks away, blood pouring out. You have another hole in your body as the cockroaches start to crawl up, and they look like they're getting pretty close to that hole. You can, if you want, make a strength check to kind of move back to try to pull yourself out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
All right, go ahead. D12, that's that strength, or okay. Athletics if you have it too.
I do not have athletics. I don't think. No, I don't. Let's see. So strength. Okay. 12, but not like a
nice
on the die.
All right, so you take 3 damage as these things kind of rip off pieces of your flesh, but you're able to kind of get a few feet backwards, and you're free of these little appendages. And it is a series turn.
Okay. I will throw a dagger at it or flash it with a dagger on one of the tentacles and back the frick out of the room after that.
All right, go ahead.
I have small blades and I have dagger.
All right.
I rolled an 11 on my die. What else do I add?
Nice. Agility, and then if you have like thrown weapons, and you should have a modifier on your weapon too.
Okay. Oh, I'll go straight to my weapon then. So attack modifier flat out. So yeah, 11 is what I have.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
It's a melee, so I'm taking a strike at it. Great. I do it. 4 minus 1. 3. And I back out.
Yeah, you slash at it, and some cockroaches fall onto your shoulder as the blood sprays on you. But you are now outside of the chamber, which brings us back to it. As it moves forward, this little tongue mask reaching for Savar. So go ahead and roll dodge.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, roll well.
Did you get a 12? Oh, my God. What is this? Flip that to a 1. You do it now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so impossibly you get out as you just run past everyone rolling out of this chamber. Just blood, like the cockroaches fly off of you as you run. Amara.
Good to see that even drug-addled brutes know a little about survival.
Yeah, Savar should do cocaine about it.
Is this thing still going though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still coming at us.
My name's Savar.
Check another one of my darts at it. That's a 12.
That hits.
Okay. And darts are a D3 minus 1. So 2 damage.
All right, yeah.
I maxed out damage.
He smacked another one of its tongues. It didn't quite break through the porcelain, but there is some cockroaches coming from its eye hole as it continues to surge forward. All right, so Oh, I missed. No, wait, I didn't. Right? Is it actually? Yeah,
I only had
Tomo.
one.
Yeah, Tomo, it's your turn.
Right, I'm going to hit it then. I'm going to hit it with my hammer.
God bless you.
I've got a 12.
Oh my gosh. All right, roll a d12 and then a d6.
A D12 and a D6, yeah?
You're easy to break, Caleb.
I've got an 11. I've got an 11 and a 6.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so you smash its face as cockroaches pour out of its mouth from these kind of orifices as you break off one of its shiny black teeth. Luckily for you, it is unable to act for 4 rounds as it kind of rolls up like a little spider.
Do I do it normal damage or does that not happen now?
You deal ×3 damage. And actually, let's see, who is nearby? So Tomo is nearby. Who else would still be kind of close? I think Asiri, because you ran back.
Back after I.
Yeah. So just you, Tomo. So roll ×3 damage, and then give me an agility test. Just straight agility, d12.
So 10 times 3 is 30 damage. Woo. Yes.
Yeah.
Do I add the +2 because I get +2 to the d12?
That'd be 36 then.
So, all right, 36 damage, and then I need to do an agility test. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what's my agility? My agility is -1. This isn't going to go well.
I'm sure it's fine.
I got a 10, which is a 9.
All right. Excellent. So you are able to dodge out of this explosion of cockroaches from this tooth, and it would have gotten into your eyes and blinded you, but luckily you closed your eyes just in time as these cockroaches explode on your face, and you're able to kind of move it aside to be able to see. So my question is are you guys going to go back in here and try to fight this thing continuously or just leave?
Is there another path? Is there another path?
I mean, you guys had the back with the doors where the idols were. That hallway continued further on, but this place is kind of just it.
Can I just get clarification? So, where's her mother? Is it beyond where we are now, or is it
Deep
back where
below
we
the
came?
bowels of this place?
Yeah, like out of character, one of you guys have seen the mother, but
Yes, I have.
Well, Amara has too.
Oh, okay.
In that little cage area.
Well, we've got 4 rounds. Maybe we could kill it in 4 rounds. We keep hitting it.
Just how you're going to win every fight. Just like incapacitate it and just start beating the crap out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
But that's. Sorry, go ahead.
Would you light it on fire?
It's not really it's not really flammable.
It is very moist.
I mean, it's a bit, it's also surrounded by sand as well. So, fire bucket.
All right. Staying in or leaving?
I'll defer to everyone else.
I'd like to kill it, but...
Yeah, we're going to kill it then.
All right, awesome. 4 rounds of attacking at this thing.
Yeah, so the brutes just go up and like... so yeah, same thing as before. You can roll your d12s. D12s to see if you crit.
How many times do we get to roll again? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so first 2.
No crits.
That's
3.
Okay, first 2 no crit.
6. 12.
I need another D12. I've never had to roll so many D12s for a very, 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 very long time. Oh, actually, that's a lie. That is a lie because Deadlands Classic uses D12.
16 damage total.
All right. And go ahead and give me one agility test, Savar.
Okay, that will be 10.
All right, yeah, you're able to cover your eyes from the onslaught of cockroaches from when you start beating and the blood comes out.
24, 33 plus 6, 39 damage.
Woo! It's not moving, but you kind of do see like one of its like little beady eyes kind of gazing up at Savar.
Stab.
Cockroaches explode out.
I got a 9 for an agility test.
All right, yeah, you get no cockroaches in your eyes. And then it's quiet.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever been involved with in my life.
Agreed. And
Well, and I mean, that's from somebody who like discorporates when they do drugs. So
I do not have the ability to discorporate.
I think it was incohesive.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off part of my sleeve and start stuffing it in my.
He's going
bug wounds.
incohesive right now, apparently.
Yeah, he's like, oh god, this hole.
I'm gonna give him some water and see it like in cartoons.
So are we continuing, or are we going another way?
No, we're gonna go forward. I've got enough holes in me. I don't want to go anywhere else.
look at the kid. Where's your mom?
I mean there was a cage and I don't really know. What did you guys just do?
They're trying to get to your mom, and now you're questioning what they're willing to do. I mean, we don't even know you, and these people are willing to help you out. I get my.
No, I mean, like, what was that thing? And is it really dead?
We killed their weird cockroach sex goddess. Now, come on.
And no, it's not really dead.
Just kind of takes a few steps backward.
So which way are we going? We should figure that out. Based on the images that I got from the girl, which way should we be going now?
Is there a map of the place? I'm so confused of like where we are and what we're doing.
Yeah, so it really depends on if Amara is going to say what she saw earlier.
Amara?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you saw the mother, like in actual real.
Yeah, you remember the caged room with the figures with the humanoids with the blankets over them and the buckets?
I totally heard that they were like that they looked like the frog people.
Oh no, sorry, they were humanoids, so more human-like than froggers.
Oh, sure, I can guide them there.
All right, excellent. So yeah, going back over there, I mean, the door's already unlocked, and yeah, you're in this moist cave.
Is this where she is? Have we just faffed around? Okay.
I mean, you guys killed a cockroach goddess. I feel like that's something. But yeah, there are several of these like cages, these black carapaces, keeping them from exiting this room. There's about 3 different humanoids, one in each of these cages. The others are empty. Each one is kind of small and humanoid-like with these blankets on them, and you see the buckets.
All right, I'm going to walk in. Hello, which one of you is related to the small child?
I start undoing cages.
All right. Go ahead and give me a larceny check. And Savar, two of them kind of look up. One, a man who's like bald with like this long beard. The other is a woman that Asiri definitely recognized, and they both like raise their hands.
I turn and I look at the child. Are you related to this man with the long beard? Shame on you. Put your hand down.
And he kind of lowers his hand. Just wanted to get out.
I'm Brian, and so's my wife. Sorry.
I have a 6 on larceny. I rolled pretty poor.
Yeah, it's trying to get through this. Maybe your fingers are a little bit tired from all the unlocking, but yeah, it's just kind of cracks, and it feels like an old stick shift of sorts.
Among them, among the prisoners, who looks the healthiest? Who looks the weakest?
The woman definitely looks the weakest. The man probably looks a little bit more healthy.
Okay, and how many more are there other than those two?
Other than those two, there's one figure who remains underneath the blankets.
Okay, I
and hasn't
will.
moved.
I'll probe the mind of the person under the blanket to start with.
Yeah, probing. There's nothing there. Whatever is inside is either unliving, dead, or just.
Careful, stay away from that one. I point at the one under the blankets. Don't go near it. And then I will probe the mind of the man.
All right, go ahead and roll willpower.
I rolled a 7.
All right, it's not this guy is super weak and everything. You do see images of him and the cockroach queen. It looks like he just kind of was on the bad side of one of the gang members. Bad day, bad time. Very unfortunate.
Okay.
But yeah, since then he's gotten to love the cockroach queen and very.
Okay. In his memory, did he see anyone taken away and sacrificed or anything like that?
Oh, lots of people. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if he loves the cockroach queen, he's going to be a sad little panda.
Yeah, I want to look for the way that he got into the building, see if it might correspond with a way out for us.
Nice. Yeah, looking through, you kind of in reverse, there is this kind of like how you guys got in, but further down on the other side of this kind of weird maze temple. So if you go out of this prison door to the left, it kind of spirals up a little bit. And then one of the side walls, you can kind of press and it will lead out to an alleyway in the slums.
I'll point in the direction. That way is our way out.
Happily.
I point at the man.
Bandages in your.
I point at the man and say, "He's coming with us."
Yes.
Do we not have a mother?
Do I what?
Where's her mother?
Too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go. Let's make like a tree.
Yeah. So probably Savar or Kama will have to break the carapaces to get them out.
I have a hammer.
Yeah. There you go. Go ahead and make me a strength chest.
And I am full of bug wounds.
Yeah, you have like these little like fabrics in your holes. Like
just a strength, yeah, straight up.
Fabrics
strength.
in the holes. You mean holes in the fabric?
I got some bandages I can use on you.
No, he means fabric in the holes.
Fabric in the holes.
So I rolled an 8, which plus 2 is 10. Do maths, James.
All
10.
Right,
Total 10.
Yeah, so these are just carapaces. So they just kind of crack and like cockroaches pour out of the holes, these little millipede things. And they seem very interested in Savar. But I'm sure he's just kind of like, no, stop. But yeah, you're able to get the woman who needs help walking, and the man who kind of just smiles. He's like black in teeth. gets
I'll
up
just
and
carry
out.
I'll just carry the woman. I'm strong enough. I'll just carry her.
Oh,
Yeah, fireman carry.
yeah. And the man just kind of follows you.
Okay.
It's like, so I guess we're working together now, huh?
Who's he talking to on that?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
The
to
one that-
everyone.
the one that advocated that to take him with us, or someone else?
It's kind of
I'm
to the
sorry. Is this
room.
your job?
Can we make sure you're not going to double cross us? Have you made sure he won't like sell us out as well?
Who are you asking on?
Well, there's only one person who can read minds.
You don't know that I read minds.
She just seems to know things.
I just seem to know things. I creep you guys the frick out, and I know things. And it's always right,
Okay.
but you don't
She
know that
knows
I
your
read
internet
minds.
history.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I just killed a cockroach sex goddess. You no longer creep me out.
Are we
That's
leaving?
fine. That's fine.
I am very happy
Yeah.
you're here.
Are we
Really?
leaving?
Yes, I am.
But like Tamal, as I understand it, when I was looking at possibly taking that one, Asiri does not feel quite right to you. Like you do not like being around me.
Don't care. Fine. I'm leaving. Therefore, I will leave you.
Going. But that's, I mean, like I said, that's my memory of it. But you don't know that I read minds.
She keeps following me, so I continue leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys head on over to the other side of the hallway. And just like kind of Asiri seems to know the path. And there is this wall of sand that just continuously rains down. And yeah, Asiri, you can press the side of it. And this is the door
That
out.
way. That way. And I point
Right.
and keep going.
Well, I follow. I'm out of here.
Yeah, let's like I said, let's make like a tree and leave.
And it's about this time that you kind of start hearing these like siren calls of pain and anguish echoing through the chambers. There's kind of these mourning of the cockroach queen. And then there is these prayers that the cockroach queen may deliver vengeance unto the infidels. And then there is a boom. You can kind of see the sand kind of quaking and shaking as if something large was approaching.
Run.
Book it.
Yeah.
Run.
You guys run and get to that wall and press it, and you see the light of the galaxy and the stars. You guys step out to the fresh air.
Run out.
Yeah.
Run out to the fresh air, as it were. The door closing behind you. But you guys know that this is. Go ahead.
Still running.
Still running.
Still running.
Because the next part, it might be the most difficult, as you have to move through the city to kind of rendezvous to where this idol is going to, which goes off into the next adventure. So that is it for this one. Good job,
Thank you guys
everyone.
very much. That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
And James, sorry for being a stickler about the fact that you don't know what I do, but my character has very specific parameters on not sharing any of that information. So I am very much just creepy as heck and seem to know things.
It's like, what's my job? My thing is to know things.
Yep, my job is to know things about everyone. So.
Yeah, the next part's really cool too, but you can check out the quick start to look it over. But yeah, that was. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a pretty. I love the crit table. The crit table is really fun. I'll just kind of show this off to you guys. It's on the thing as well. But yeah, it's a really nice I love using D12s. The kind of the character creation is probably my favorite part of it, just because there's so many options about what type of human you can be. And yeah, you're always like everything's horrible and disgusting and gross and like.
Well, before we close up, we like to do a little feedback section, and you already started that for us, Mitch. So why don't we move on? Let's go to James. Why don't we start with you? We go the reverse of the introduction order.
James,
Mitch is always a good GM. You can pay me later. Yeah, he's always a good GM, and he's excellent. Whenever he's appeared with on my channel, he's been really good. Pay me later, and yeah, he's awesome.
Pay him later.
Yeah, well, the PayPal, you'll PayPal.
No, he's a good GM. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I enjoyed the game. I don't know if it's my thing.
What?
Does that make it? I don't know if it's my
what's
cup
not
of
to
tea.
like? Is it the cockroaches?
I've never seen a cockroach, but yes, maybe.
I used to live in a house filled with cockroaches.
Oh God!
You shouldn't talk to you. Shouldn't talk about your parents like that, really, should you?
Oh, James, I have missed you.
Okay, so that's anything else, James?
No, he's enjoyable. I was a bit lost. What was actually going on. I think more visual representation.
Yeah, I should have brought the because this one isn't done, so all the maps aren't complete. But yeah, I think when it is complete, you'll kind of make sense in where everything is.
It does sound like actually about like some sort of map or something like.
Yeah, I mean, if you check out the quick start, they always have maps in the area because, like, describing Eldritch cities are always difficult just because of the.
It also felt like a bit of a dungeon crawl as well. Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, and it's definitely I think meant to be somewhat of a dungeon crawl. The next part is more of a escape.
I think we also like circumnavigated a lot of that with like really stupid lucky rolls.
That and
how many crits?
That and we use some mind control to get around some of the outnumbered nasty fights and stuff like that, and get information on where we're going. So we circumvented a few things.
Yeah.
Well, Caleb, what about you? What's your feedback?
Oh well, I was stupid lucky, as James says. The setting is really good. I like the Lovecraftian themes combined with a little bit of it feels almost like a desert kind of theme to it.
This
almost
particular
like
planet, at least.
Yeah, almost like I'm in actually in an ancient desert city.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not sure if that's the background you were going for, but that's kind of how. Yeah, that is kind of how it felt. It has there's some strong Robert E. Howard elements to it, as well as Lovecraft. I think there's some really strong 19th century author influence in the early 20th century.
Yeah,
which as an old English teacher, that was really interesting to me. As far as the system goes, I mean, it was pretty easy to pick up on. What?
I was about to say there's quite a bit of crossover between Conan and Call of Cthulhu, though, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. They were friends. I mean, Howard and Lovecraft were. So anyway, the system itself was pretty easy to pick up on. I mean, having never looked at this or seen it before in my life, I mean, straight D12, you roll plus or minus whatever bonuses you got. Yeah, seems straightforward. Pretty easy to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Brandon?
System seemed easy. By all means, I'm not really certain what the adjectives that we've got on our attributes are adding or taking away from us, other than things that you might push towards. Like people have said, system's fairly simple. My character much more straightforward than what I'm guessing Alice had. I was the last one to pick. I asked Alice who she was going to play, and so I just ended up with Amara. So I've got no idea what everybody else could do at all. But a decently fun time. I'm kind of with James. I don't know that it's my game by any means, but I can see that a lot of people would probably enjoy it a whole lot, and there's nothing wrong with the system.
Yeah.
As for me, I had fun with the setting. I think the setting was cool. I appreciated the imagery. There was definitely strong imagery to it. As at the beginning was mentioned, this Starfinder meets it's D&D meets Starfinder meets Cthulhu, and there's definitely elements of all three. The system is pretty simple. Like Brandon said, my character definitely had a little more weirdness going on than the other characters, and I was able to utilize some things that were outside the box. As long as I knew what to ask for and probe for, I was able to get a little bit of. I was able to give us some advantage, I felt, in certain situations, which was helpful. As for, I would like to comment that the character sheets on the pre-gens are very difficult to navigate. They are not intuitive character sheets, because I felt like I was fumbling around trying to search for certain things. Visually attractive, but it needs to basically be streamlined in a way that is a little bit easier to actually read. As for the game itself, I think that while I would play it again, it is not my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have fun, so thank you very much.
No problem.
And
it was always fun playing with you guys.
Thank you. I'm glad that you always enjoy playing with us. And thank you all for watching Babies with Knives Black Void.
Hey Blades! Thank you so much for watching another Babies with Knives video. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and come join the conversation on our Discord server.
If you want to keep content like this coming, come check out our Patreon and consider subscribing. All links for this is provided in the description below. And remember, come back next time to get honed!